Aaron Kosminski, at the time of the murders, was about 23 years old. He grew up near Warsaw, was the youngest of 7 children. Yo's father died when he was only 8. There is evidence that he may have been subjected to sexual violence from his stepfather. His family emigrated to the London East End, escaping from anti-Semitic pogroms. There he became a hairdresser. According to detectives, he had a great hatred of women, especially prostitutes, and had inclinations of murder. Later, Kosminski was accused of trying to slaughter his sister, was recognized as mentally ill, and sent for compulsory treatment in 1891, having spent the rest of his life in psychiatric clinics, where he died. In the period from August to November 1888, the killer, nicknamed the Jack Room, brutally killed at least 5 women in Whitechapel, in the east of London, which caused panic and horror. It is recognized that the murders from the 3rd to the 7th, known as the canonical murders, were committed by the Gooters. He killed Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly for 9 weeks. The British Russell Edwards, who had been looking for the personality of Jack the Ripper for 3 decades, examined the silk shawl of the 4th victim of the gyp, Catherine Eddowes. The researcher stumbled upon the alleged shawl Catherine on an auction. Intrigued, but complete doubt, he bought a shawl and found that it was surprisingly well preserved. Stains of blood and even sperm were still visible on the fabric. Later, it turned out that when her body was transported to the morgue, the acting police sergeant Simpson took the shawl as a gift for his wife, Jane. She did not wear a shawl, but stored for many years, until she was auctioned by the cousin of the sergeant. Russell Edwards noted in his study that the shawl seemed too expensive for the poor prostitute Catherine, but he found out that she was produced in the Russian Empire, from where Aaron arrived, the main suspected of the gyp, and he suggested that Shale actually belonged to the killer and held a number of DNA tests, and the results of the analysis for the presence of stains of blood gave a positive result and coincided with the DNA of one of the descendants of the Kosminski sister.